Enjoying Krishna Janmashtami festival, which began on 6th and today is the last day. It's also a part of the regular weekly Sunday morning Satsang at the Radha Krishna temple of Dallas. So we will now sing a Krishna Kirtan. Sankirtan Sudha, page 50. Joi Nanda Nandana Jagavandana Soi Mama Priyatama Pyaro. The devotee is expressing jubilation at the fact that the same Lord who is worshipped all over the world is my sole beloved. On one side, it describes the sweetness of our beloved Sri Krishna. On the other side, his glories. Joy Nanda Nandana Jagavandana Soi Mama Priyatama Pyaro. सत चित आनंद घन तन सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो. जाको सत चित आनंद घन तन सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो. जाको सत चित आनंद घन तन सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो. जाको सत चित आनंद घन तन सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो. जेहि सिर मोर मुकुट की लटकनी सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो. सिर मोर मुकुट की लटकनी सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो. जेहि सिर मोर मुकुट की लटकनी सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो. सिर मोर मुकुट की लटकनी सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो. जोई नंदन जगवंदन सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो. सोई नंदन जगवंदन सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो. जोई नंदन जगवंदन सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो. Everyone. जाके भाल तिलक कस्तूरन जाके भाल तिलक कस्तूरन सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो. जाकी भाल तिलक कस्तूरी न सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो जाके नैन सहज कजरारे सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो जाके नैन सहज कजरारे सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो जाकी मधुर मधुर मृदु मुस्कनी जाकी मधुर मधुर मृदु मुस्कनी सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो जाकी मधुर मधुर मृदु मुस्कनी सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो जेहि गल गुंज माल भल सोहती सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो जेहि गल गुंज माल भल सोहती सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो जोई नंद नंदन जगवंदन सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो Everyone जोई नंद नंदन जगवंदन सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो जाकी गति गति गज भूल जावत जाकी गति गति गज उलझावत सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो। जाओ कृपालु प्यारी प्रियतम, जो कृपालु प्यारी प्रियतम, सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो। कृपालु प्यारी हो प्रियतम, सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो। जोई नंदन नंदन जगवंदन, सोई मम प्रियतम प्यारो। राधे राधे गोविंदा भजो, राधे राधे गोविंदा। ओ राधे राधे गोविंदा भजो, राधे राधे गोविंदा। राधे राधे गोविंदा भजो, राधे राधे गोविंदा भजो, राधे राधे गोविंदा। राधे राधे गोविंदा भजो, राधे राधे गोविंदा। ओ राधे राधे गोविंदा भजो, राधे राधे गोविंदा। ओ राधे राधे गोविंदा भजो, राधे राधे गोविंदा। राधे राधे गोविंदा भजो, राधे राधे गोविंदा भजो, राधे राधे गोविंदा। राधे राधे गोविंदा भजो, राधे राधे गोविंदा। Radhe Radhe Govinda. Radhe Radhe Govinda. Oh Radhe Radhe Govinda bhajo. Radhe Radhe Govinda. Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki. On this occasion, what better goal to have than to increase our loving devotion to Shri Krishna? What is the way to do it? By understanding the Krishna Tattva. There's a direct correlation between knowledge and love. If you know this lump is the paras, philosopher's stone, and you touch iron to it, it turns into gold, you automatically develop love for it. And if your awareness is, it is just a lump of mud, you have no value for it. So when we realize the value of something, it naturally leads to love. In the case of Sri Krishna, there's so much of confusion. On one side, we are asked to love him. Just reduce the volume, please. On the other side, we hear that he used to steal butter, and then he used to run after the gopis. And what kind of a God is he? See, God is all right as long as he's in the temple and does nothing. Everybody can accept him as God. We can do our dandavat pranam, say tvameva mata cha pita tvameva. But let us say that the same Sri Krishna comes down and you see him walking in the Allen Park. You go to the Diwali Mela and you see Sri Krishna here. Huh? Is this God? What kind of a God is he? And if he is standing in Costco and drinking a shake or something, then you'll say, this can definitely not be God. So God must fit into our intellect, right? Unfortunately, our intellect is this much, and the God who fits into our intellect will also be this much. But we have to find out what's going on here. Sri Krishna himself tells us, Satyam vada dharman chara. In the Vedas he says, speak the truth, never tell lies. This is his injunction to us human beings. And what does he do himself? He does adharma, stealing. is a mahapap. And Sri Krishna does it blatantly. He starts from his own home. He doesn't even spare his mother. One morning, Yashoda Maiya had gone to worship Narayan, because Yashoda doesn't think that God is my child. She only thinks he's a very attractive child I have got. So she had gone to worship Narayan. And Sri Krishna, he went. He saw that there is this storehouse where Maiya keeps her butter. And he entered out there and decided, wow, I have found what I wanted. So he shut the door and started eating the butter with both hands. Now, Yashoda Maiya, she remembered that her Lala is somewhere or the other playing mischief. So Yashoda Maiya came to that door and shouted from outside, Krishna kvasi karoshi kim pitarite shrutva iva maturvacha sa shankam navanita chaurya virato vishramyatam abravit. Eh mere baap. You know, in India, when the mother gets annoyed, she addresses her child also. My father, my baap, what are you doing inside? I suspect you are eating butter. And saying that, she opened the door. Krishna is caught red-handed. So his face became ashen. As they say in Hindi, hakka bakka ho gaye. So black-colored Sri Krishna became white-colored. And Maiya said, what are you doing inside? And she opened. Now Krishna has to defend himself. So he said, Maiya, I was doing nothing at all. Doing nothing? No, Maiya, I was just thinking how nice you are, and you are so nice, Maiya. So Yashoda Maiya said, if that is the case, then what is this sticking to your hands? You see, he was eating butter, so the butter was sticking to his hands. And now when Maiya pointed it out, Krishna realized, oh my God, now what to do? So he said, Maiya, looking at this butter, do you by chance doubt that I have been eating butter? Of course. Arre Maiya, you are such a simpleton. Then, what is it? Mata kankana padmaraga mahasa panir mama tapyate tenasau navanita bhanda vivare vinyasya nirvapita. Maiya, you have put all these ornaments on me. I have told you so many times it becomes a problem. So this kankan has this padmarag, etc., monies, jewels. And there was light coming from the jewels. So my hand had become hot, Maiya. The rest you can understand, right? Butter is cold, so I was cooling my hand by putting it in there. Maiya said, Lala, I am, not very educated. So I don't understand things right off. But now it is clear. Your hand was hot because of the Padmarag money, so you were cooling it in the vat of butter. Yes, Maiya. Tell me, Lala, what money, what jewel is attached to your mouth? Because he was eating, so the butter had gotten stuck to the mouth as well. Now Krishna remembered there's one more gadbad. What to do? So Krishna said, Maiya, are you thinking that this butter is making you suspect that I have been eating butter? Maiya said, of course, what else? Are no, Maiya. You know my curly hair. In the wind, they were coming in front of me. Now, I am not so intelligent, I am a little boy, that I should first wipe the butter from the hand and then put it behind. So these butter-laden hands, I was doing like this. It may have got stuck somewhere. Maya thinks my Lala is so expert in making things up. You know, there's a saying in Hindi, "Poot ka pag palane mein dikh jaye." You get an idea of the child's temperament while the child is in the cot itself. Now he is telling such kinds of lies. When he grows up, what he is going to do? So the point is that Bhagavan is telling lies and he is asking us to tell the truth. Satyam vada dharman chara. This is the injunction of the Chandogya Upanishad. And Sri Krishna would not stop at that. He would go around stealing butter from the houses of the gopis as well. Because it's not his fault. The gopis used to keep thinking of Sri Krishna. So when the gopi is milking the cow, she is thinking Krishna, 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 Krishna. When she is making the yogurt, she is thinking Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. When she is extracting the butter, she is thinking Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. I wish Krishna would come to my house and eat it. And Krishna has an advantage. He is sitting in everyone's hearts. So he knows what everybody is thinking. So he says, okay, I'm coming. So he would go here and there and steal. Now one daughter-in-law had come from Mathura. So, you know, this Gokul, Vrindavan, they are like villages, and Mathura is the big city. So that daughter-in-law told her mother-in-law, Sasoji, you are ordinary, old village lady. You are unable to capture this Lala. Instead, you leave it to me. You go and sit in the neighbor's house and I will catch Kanhaiya today. The Saas said, all right, Bahu, I don't understand too many things. You are smart, you are aware of social media, etc. So I am going, you catch this Kanhaiya. So she went off. The Bahu, she made the butter and she placed it in her house and she sat behind the sofa thinking, let Krishna come, let Krishna come, let Krishna come. So Krishna understood. He said, all right, I am coming. And he appeared and he said, is anybody looking? No. Is anybody looking? No. So he started eating the butter. Now the gopi pounced out from behind. I've got you. So Sri Krishna said, leave me, I promise on your name, on your pati's name or your mother-in-law's name, I will never steal again. The gopi said, nothing doing. Every time you promise you will not steal again and again you come to steal, I am going to take you today to your Yashoda Maiya and show her Pratyaksh Praman. There's butter on your face, butter on your hands. So Sri Krishna said, all right then, let's go. The Bahu said, let's go. So she put on a little, in this Vrindavan, Mathura is next to Rajasthan. So in Rajasthan there's the pratha that ladies, they take this and cover the face when they go out. So she put the ghungat and she caught Kanhaiya by her hand and said, come on. Sri Krishna is only 2 years old. So he said, come on, let's go. So they are walking along. And on the way, one sakha of Sri Krishna, one little boy was standing. He said, Are Kanhaiya, you used to boast nobody can catch me. What happened today? Kanhaiya said, what happened? You come along with me and see. So the Sakha started walking along. And this gopi, she is catching the hand of God. She is experiencing divine bliss. And she is in the ghungat. She doesn't know what is happening outside. So in her divine reverie, she was walking along. Now, just when they reached the gate of Nand Baba's house, palace, Sri Krishna started screaming, "Oh my God, you're holding my hand so tight. You're so cruel. You don't have any care for how much it must be paining me." Gopi said, "If you are getting discomforted, you give me your other hand and let this hand get relief." So Sri Krishna gave his Sakha's hand. And he ran off. Now Yashoda was sitting in the courtyard and Sri Krishna came and sat in her lap. Yashoda said, "Where are you coming from in a hurry?" "Arey Maiya, I just love your lap." And there the gopi came. So she is saying, "Nandarani," to Yashoda, "every day we come and complain to you that Kanhaiya has stolen butter and you say that you catch him red-handed and bring him. Take a look. His face has got butter, his hands have got butter." Yashoda said, "Arey Phuhad, whom have you got?" She said, "I have got your lala. Remove your ghungat and see." "He is my devar, my husband's younger brother." Sri Krishna said, "Maiya, you don't believe this gopi. Today she has got her devar. Tomorrow she will get her jet, and day after tomorrow she will get her pati out here." The gopi said, "I got your lala. I don't know where he manifested from." So this news spread around in Braj that the people out here are very Mayavi and they start manifesting in between. Now one other gopi, she also got this inspiration. She also told her sas, mother-in-law, "Sasuji, you leave it to me. I will trap him. I will not take him to Yashoda because people manifest on the way. I will just tie him up and then you take him." So the sas said, "All right, Bahu, it's all up to you." She left the house and she went off. Now the Bahu had the whole house to herself. She prepared the butter, put the vat out there, and she also hid behind the sofa and waited, meditating on Krishna. "Let him come, let him come." Krishna noted. Now he knows all the homes in Vrindavan. You know, like the elephants, every day they go to steal vegetables from a different place. 365 days they got it. So Krishna knows all the homes. So here the gopis thinking, "Let Krishna come." Krishna says, "Yes, I'm coming." He came. "Is anybody looking? Is anybody looking?" Nobody looking. So he started eating the butter. And the gopi came, "I cut you today." So Sri Krishna, please leave me. I promise I will never do it again." The gopi said, "Today I'm not going to leave you. And I'll not take you to your Maiya. I'll simply tie you with a rope and hand you over to my sas." So Sri Krishna said, "Arey, don't you know that bondage is not written in my destiny?" So the gopi said, "How come it's not written in your destiny?" Sri Krishna said, "You tie me up and see." So gopi said, "Place your hand on the pillar." So Sri Krishna placed it on the pillar. The gopi got the rope and she started looking at Sri Krishna's hand. "Oh my God, such a beautiful hand. How can I tie it up? My sas has given me a difficult assignment to tie up this Lala's hand like this." Now 10 minutes went by. Sri Krishna asked the gopi, "You don't know how to tie?" "No, Lala, why don't you teach me?" Sri Krishna said, I have come to Braj only to teach people. Place your hand there. So the gopi placed her hand. Sri Krishna said, see, one lapeta, second lapeta, third lapeta, one gant, another gant, one good gant. Gopi said, Are Kanhaiya, you teach very well. Sri Krishna said, yes. Gopi said, now open it. Sri Krishna said, I am little tired. And let me go and get some refreshments, then I'll come. He disappeared. When the Saas returned, she found her Bahu is tied up like this. Saas said, this is too much. So all of the gopis of Braj, they created a Facebook group. And they started activism. This Nanda Lala, we have to bring him to book. So jointly they all came to Nanda and Yashoda's palace. Now Yashoda is the queen of that village. So she dressed up with her crown and she sat down in the courtyard on the chair. And she said, all right, come. The gopi said, Nandarani, we have had enough. Your Lala, he keeps on and on stealing from us. Now what are we supposed to do? Yashoda said, Are, he is stealing from you. Why don't you scold him? A little child, you scold him such, he will never stop in his tracks. The gopi said, we do scold him. But then he just widens his lips and gives us such a Mohini smile. So we also melt and we also start smiling at him. Yashoda said, that is the problem. First, you scold a child, then you start laughing, the child will only get a lift, that there is no harm in doing it. The gopi said, what are we to do in that case? So, Yashoda said, do one thing. When he comes to get the butter, you just give it to him. What is the problem? I will compensate. The gopi said, we have got no problem giving it to him. However, the thing is that he doesn't only take the butter, he smashes the pot. Now the pot is important because on the raw pot, it soaks in 1 kg of butter before it gets the grease on it. And that pot also he smashes it. Yashoda said, in that case, you tie it up from the roof. He will not reach there. Are Maya, we have tried tying it up also. But he comes with a mandali of children. And then he makes a little hole with the stick. Not such a big hole that it should all come down on the face, and not such a tiny trickle that he should keep thirsting for it. And then they all take it. So Yashoda said, look, let me tell you one trick. You don't put butter in the pot. You put sour chach, khatti chach, buttermilk. And then when he gets it, he'll become discouraged. The gopi said, Maya, we tried that trick. But when he looked at it, he said to his friend Sri Dama, Dhansuk Mansuk, there is something wrong out here. Are Maya, your Lala is Bhagwan or what? How come he comes to know? So Maya said, do one thing in that case. You make your whole hut dark. Make it all empty and go away. The gopi said, we made it empty also. And when he came and he saw that it is empty, he said to his friends, this is Sudama ki kutiya. When it is empty, there is no point. Let us light it and set it on fire, and we had to come running back. Maya gave final suggestion. She said, do one thing. You keep it fully dark. He will come. He will not see anything. He will not be able to steal. Gopi said, Maya, we kept it fully dark, but all these ornaments that he has got, they create illumination and he is able to see. Maya said, in that case, if that is the case, then I will remove all these ornaments. Arey, nahi, Maya, please don't do that. You see, the gopis actually loved him so much. Maya said, to me it doesn't seem like he steals anything. The gopis said, Maya, you think he doesn't steal anything? To us it seems that all the Chori Shastras, all the scriptures on how to steal have been written by him. So Maya looked at him and said, oh gopis, however he is your very own. You had prayed to Narayan to bless me with a child. Now, however he is, you please accept him. And Gopi said, all right, Chiranjeevi Bhava, Ayushman Bhava. They blessed Sri Krishna with long life and they all went off. So these are the antics of Bhagavan. Now, can they be comprehended by the intellect? Why in the world should God go out stealing? And when the dharma, the rule of the law clearly states that you must tell the truth, you must not steal others' property, then how come Bhagavan himself is breaking this law? And if he is breaking the law, then how does he expect us to follow it? Now, if we don't understand this question, then how will we have love for Sri Krishna? Because on one side we'll say Radha Govind, on the other side we'll think Sri Krishna was a thief. That is why it's important to understand. The point to note here is dharma is defined for different categories. There are Maya-dhin souls like ourselves who are under Maya. And there's Maya-tit, beyond Maya, God and the Guru. They're in different categories. In our case, everything we are doing is motivated by selfishness. And what is the selfishness? We want bliss. It's our nature to seek bliss. We are tiny fragments of the ocean of bliss. So we are all seeking bliss. And until we get the bliss of God, we will not be contented. The search will continue. We will keep on striving. Striving for what? Our own bliss. So that selfishness is unavoidable in the Maya-dhin state. And for us, there is one rule of dharma. In the case of God and the God-realized saints, they are already in bliss. God is an ocean of bliss. And the Guru has achieved the bliss of God. So their self-interest is already fulfilled. Now, they have no reason to do anything because they've already got the bliss. Hence, either they do nothing, or if they do something, it is for giving bliss to others, for the welfare of the others. So, Atma Prayojana Bhave, Atma Prayojan finished. Atma Prayojan Abhave Par Anugraha Evahi. God and the saints All they do is for human welfare. Compare it like this. You put butter on the fire and it creates sounds. Pat, 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 pat. The chach is bursting. So it's creating the sounds. Until it becomes ghee. When it is ghee, then it no longer makes any sound. Likewise, we are doing things because we want bliss. Until we achieve bliss, now there is no need to do anything. But one lady came to me and said, Swamiji, in my house, ghee also makes sound. You say butter makes sound, ghee doesn't make sound, and in my house, ghee also makes sound. I said, when does it make sound? When I put the roti in it to make a puri? Right. So when you may put the roti, it makes sound, and when it has become a puri, again the ghee becomes quiet. That's right. Then you put another roti, it makes sound. Yes. And when it becomes puri, it becomes quiet. Right. So the ghee is making sound not for itself, but for converting the roti into puri. Likewise, God and the God-realized saints, whatever they are doing is for the welfare of the souls. Hence, our law of dharma does not apply on them. There's a different dharma for us, selfish souls. There's a different dharma for God. That is why in the Kathopanishad, Shri Krishna, the mantra says, Anyatra dharma danyatra dharma danyatra asmat krita kritat anyatra bhutacha bhavyacha yattat pashyasi tadvada. God is beyond our dharma. Even if he is stealing butter, it's not for his sake. He is stealing butter to give joy to the devotees. Krishna, of course, he knows that the gopis want him to come and steal. But beyond that, his prayojan is to do such divine leelas which will create a basis for all souls to do bhakti for future thousands of years. Now Krishna did these leelas 5,000 years ago, and 5+ millennia have passed by. And everybody keeps on and on and on, just remembering those leelas. Surdas has written, Maya mohi main nahi makhan khayo, etc., etc. And even now we had the fancy dress and children are dressing up in those leelas. They are the subject of so many enactments. So those leelas provide a basis for us to do bhakti. It is not necessary that we understand the entire leela. If it would be that we could understand the whole leela, then we would also be God. But we need to understand the principle behind it. So the first principle, whenever this question arises, why did God do such and such thing? Why did God do this? Why did God do that? The answer is for Jiva Kalyan, for the welfare of the souls. In the first half of the last century, there was a very famous, Kolkata at that time was one of the major seats of Indian culture. And many great personalities were born at that time, who lived in Kolkata. Then, of course, the communist government destroyed it all. But in the first half of the last century, there were so many great personalities in Kolkata, and one of them was a great teacher called Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. His neighbor said to him that there's an act, a drama, in which I am acting. You please come. If you sit and watch, I'll be so blessed. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, he agreed and he came for the drama, and he was sitting right in front. And this man, he came in his act. And in the act, his role was like a villain. And he had to do a piece where he was misbehaving with a woman. And when he started, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar became so annoyed. He took out his chappal and threw it straight at him. He forgot that it was only a drama going on. But his neighbor was not to be outdone. When he got the chappal on his head, he picked up the chappal and he said, "Today I've got the biggest prize for my acting." And he preserved the chappal forever. And it was passed down to his children, and still it is preserved in Kolkata, the chappal by Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, who forgotten that it was an act. Likewise, in the case of Bhagavan, always remember that Bhagavan does an act. That act is called the Leela. The Leelas of God are divine. What does divine mean? Divine means they cannot be fathomed by a material intellect. If they could, then we would be God. Our claim is that we should understand everything about God. Now, if our intellect can understand everything about God, then what is the difference between us and Him? We need to understand the principle. So why did Sri Krishna take avatar at all? Why did he take avatar? Everybody knows, right? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata vyutthanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyam paritranaya sadhunam. Ask B.R. Chopra. Vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. The scriptures say he came for 3 reasons: to protect his devotees, and to kill the demons, and to establish dharma. 3 things. So now, consider these 3 things. Bhagavan came to kill the demons. What demons? You know, the Shishupal, Dantavakra, they were creating too much problem. So Sri Krishna came to kill them. It is all right. But if you think deeply, does God have to take avatar to do that? Impossible. God is all powerful. He just has to think. Let Shishupal get the Delta variant with no vaccine. What will be Shishupal's chances of survival? And if he does, God will say, let him get the Ebola now. And 5,000 years ago, there were no vaccines. The point is, Bhagavan is Satya Sankalp. Sitting in Golok, he can decide. Let Ravan be dead. Ravan will have no chance. The same Bhagavan, he descends. And then he actually fights the war. And when Jarasandh, he burnt the hill, Sri Krishna jumped off and he started running. And he ran so much, he reached Dwarka without stopping. He didn't even look back. You know, if anybody runs from the battlefield, it is a terrible act of cowardice. In ancient societies, it was deeply scorned. Such a warrior who ran away from the battleground used to be ostracized from society. And Sri Krishna ran away and established himself in Dwarka. What do the Gujaratis do? Till today they sing, Hamare Raja Ranachor. Our Sri Krishna who ran away from the battlefield. What kind of glorification are you doing? No, we know it's only his Leela. His original personality is such that even Yamaraj trembles from him. Bhayad asyagnistapati bhayatapati surya bhayadendrascha vayuscha mrityur dhavati panchamaha. The Kathopanishad states that all the celestial powers are fearful of Bhagavan. So that Bhagavan, if he is running away from the battlefield, he is only putting on an act. The point is that Bhagavan doesn't need to descend and then kill the Rakshasas. He is Satya Sankalp. So this point about Vinashaya cha Dushkritam doesn't hold good. And the second point is that he descends to protect his devotees. Paritranaya sadhunam. Now again, to protect his devotees, does he need to take avatar? If that is the case, then after taking avatar, he should move around as a bodyguard. Right? Because he has to protect his devotees. Of course not. He is protecting his devotees from inside by maintaining their yogakshem. So if he is maintaining the yogakshem from inside, there is no need to take avatar and protect his devotees. Hence, this reason that God descends to protect devotees also does not hold too much of strength. And the third is to establish dharma. God descends to establish dharma. Yada yadai dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata tadatmanam srijamyaham. So when God descends, does he create a new dharma? We call it sanatan dharma, eternal dharma. It is eternal, always existing. So this eternal dharma can be taught by any of the acharyas that are empowered by him. They go on and on teaching. What is the need to take avatar? And in fact, if you think about it, the moment Sri Krishna left, the age of Kali began. He is saying that I come to establish dharma. And the moment he left, Kali began. What dharma did he establish? So the point is that these are subsidiary reasons for the avatar. The deepest reason is anugrahaya bhutanam manusham dehamastitaha bhajate tadrishi kridaya shrutva tatparo bhavet. He descends to bestow grace on the devotees. And the leelas he does are such that by hearing them, chanting them, remembering them, we can take our minds towards him. Now if the avatar had not happened, how would we do bhakti? Say, do bhakti of the formless, so difficult. But by taking avatar and doing those pastimes, he provided an opportunity for billions over the years to purify their minds by attaching the mind to Him. Now, if you want, I don't want to contradict, because the Bhagavad Gita is His words, right? So we cannot contradict. So what does this verse mean? We can take a different meaning out of it. Paritranaya sadhunam. God came to save the devotees. Why? What does it mean? See, they were devotees who had been doing sadhana for many lifetimes. And God wanted to consummate their sadhana by giving them darshan. There were other devotees whom God Himself had given a boon, like Nand and Yashoda. They had prayed and prayed in their past life when they were Dhron and Dhara that we want you as our child. And He had to fulfill that. So those devotees who were waiting for Him, He came to fulfill His previous boons to them or their sadhana. And when it comes to killing the demons, these demons got killed were actually saints from Golok who had descended. Now, Shishupal and Dantavakra were actually Jaya and Vijay. They were the gatekeepers of God in Vaikunt, and they had come down. So Bhagavan said, I have sent you down, so I have to complete the work. And that is why He came to kill them. And the other is establishing dharma. This was the Prem Dharma, the dharma where He showed the super excellent status of divine love. He showed that in front of love, He completely finishes His almightiness. In front of love, He becomes a servant of His devotees. And He showed that those loving pastimes that look, you and I can also love God in these sentiments, and the same Almighty, He can be our own. That is why the previous kirtan we were singing, Johi Nanda Nandana Jagavandana, the same God who is worshipped in all the mandirs, churches, gurdwaras, synagogues, masjids. There is one God. That same creator of this universe, He is my beloved. I have made Him my beloved. So this Prem Dharma He displayed in His pastimes. Make sense? Good. Let us end with a kirtan. And then we have a little leela that is being planned. Sankirtan Madhuri, page 69. जय हो अलबेलो सरकार बलिहार बलिहार
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 बलिहार बलिहार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो नागर नंद कुमार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो नागर नंद कुमार बलिहार 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 जय हो राधा प्राणाधार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो राधा प्राणाधार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो अलबेल सरकार बलिहार बलिहार everyone जय हो अलबेल सरकार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो रसिकन को सरदार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो रसिकन को सरदार बलिहार 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 जय हो निराधार आधार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो निराधार आधार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो अलबेल सरकार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो अलबेल सरकार बलिहार 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 जय हो दीनन को रखवार बलिहार बलिहार अधम उदाहरण बलिहार बलिहार जय हो अधम उदाहरण बलिहार 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 जय हो अलबेल सरकार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो अलबेल सरकार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो शरणागत रिझवार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो शरणागत रिझवार बलिहार बलिहार everyone बलिहार 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 जय हो ब्रज रस साहूकार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो ब्रज रस साहूकार बलिहार 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 जय हो अलबेल सरकार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो अलबेल सरकार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो दिव्य प्रेम दाता बलिहार बलिहार everyone जय हो दिव्य प्रेम दाता बलिहार बलिहार जय हो मम कृपालु सरकार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो मम कृपालु सरकार बलिहार 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 जय हो अलबेलो सरकार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो अलबेलो सरकार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो अलबेलो सरकार बलिहार 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 जय हो अलबेलो सरकार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो अलबेलो सरकार बलिहार बलिहार जय हो अलबेलो सरकार बलिहार बलिहार
जय हो अलबेलो सरकार बलिहार बलिहार।
कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की श्री कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी महोत्सव की
Radhe Radhe. You know, while Swamiji was explaining Shri Krishna comes on the earth for welfare of the soul, so we develop love for Krishna. I feel Swamiji has come to Dallas and here the headquarters so that we all can walk on the Krishna Bhakti and take us with him to Golo. 5 days of non-stop bliss for Janmashtami celebration only because of Swamiji's presence and all his inspiration. Give another big round of applause. So we have a beautiful cultural program on Janmashtami that is going to take place. But before that, I want to make an important announcement. As you know, Radha Krishna Temple, all around the year, we celebrate our culture, our festival, our traditions, and we inspire next generation. On that same token, we are this year joining hands in celebrating Diwali Mela with all the communities in DFW. They all are coming together to celebrate. All communities are coming together to celebrate Diwali Mela at a very, very grand scale at the Cotton Bowl Stadium, Fair Park, downtown Dallas. You will experience this. Now, this is a very big task, but it can happen with the support of each and every one of you who have been coming to Radha Krishna Temple, and all our friends and all our family, neighbors, colleagues, and everybody. We are going to unite, and together we are going to celebrate. We do have Diwali Mela tickets available, as I have announced before. We have Ram Leela there. There's going to be a fantastic celebration of Ram Leela story, Ravan Dahan, fireworks. There will be also songs, South Indian artists, they will be singing songs in Tamil, Telugu and other languages. So it's entire community. We all can celebrate. We have Diwali Mela tickets available. Just like when we have some event, wedding or something, we go and give invitation and gather people. Similarly, for this Diwali Mela, we request all of you to pick up tickets from Radha Krishna temple. They are available for $10 online. It is $12 plus you have to pay tax, plus you have to pay convenience charges. So it comes to about $14 to $15. You buy it from temple, it's only $10. And for inspiration, you can take tickets, 25 tickets, 50 tickets, give it to your friends. But people today who we are going to have tickets sale at the counter and downstairs by the food area also. But people who take tickets 100 or more, they will get to receive it from Swamiji's hands and receive the blessings today. So anybody after the cultural program, I'm making this announcement so you can plan. We have 5,000 tickets printed. Anybody who wishes to, he's raising hand there. So anybody who wishes to take tickets from Swamiji, we will have a bundle of 100 ready. With that, I'm going to get Asha ji, please come forward. And we are going to just turn towards the stage and there will be a cultural program.
Radhe Radhe everyone. Thank you so much Swamiji for the lovely lecture. Now we are going to move on to this cultural program. Today we have the students of Sai Nitya Academy. Over the course of 3 songs, they are going to present the numerous Leelas of Lord Krishna. They are going to start with Swagatam Krishna, followed by Muddugare Yashoda and Brindavani Tillani. The choreography is by the teacher Sri Devi Rajesh. The participants are Dr. Supriya Thirunarayanan, Avni Manika, Jashmita Boneni, Harshini Emani, Nishika Korlapatti, Abhignya Papigari, Shravya Palli, Sia Mehrotra and Sharika Mandayam. Students of Sai Nitya Academy here to present a Krishna Leela for everyone.
स्वागतं कृष्ण स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण इह 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 स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मथुरा पुरी सदन मृदुवदन मधुसूदन इह स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मथुरा पुरी सदन मृदुवदन मधुसूदन इह स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मथुरा पुरी सदन मृदुवदन मधुसूदन इह स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मथुरा पुरी सदन मृदुवदन मधुसूदन इह स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मथुरा पुरी सदन मृदुवदन मधुसूदन इह स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मथुरा पुरी सदन मृदुवदन मधुसूदन इह स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मथुरा पुरी सदन मृदुवदन मधुसूदन इह स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण भोगदाप्त सुलभा सुपुष्पगन्धकलभा भोगदाप्त सुलभा सुपुष्पगन्धकलभा भोगदाप्त सुलभा सुपुष्पगन्धकलभा भोगदाप्त सुलभा सुपुष्पगन्धकलभा कस्तूरि तिलक महिमा मम कान्तनन्द गोवनन्द भोगदाप्त सुलभा सुपुष्पगन्धकलभा कस्तूरि तिलक महिमा मम कान्तनन्द गोवनन्द स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मथुरा पुरी सदन मृदुवदन मधुसूदन इह स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मुष्टिकाशूरचाणूरमल्ल मल्ल विशारद मधुसूदन मुष्टिकाशूरचाणूरमल्ल मल्ल विशारद मधुसूदन मुष्टिकाशूरचाणूरमल्ल मल्ल विशारद मधुसूदन मुष्टिकाशूरचाणूरमल्ल मल्ल विशारद कुवलया पीठमर्दन कलिंग नर्तन गोकुल रक्षण सकल सुलक्षण देव मर्दन कलिंग नर्तन गोकुल रक्षण असमपराभवशिष्ट जनपाल संकल्प कल्प कल्प शतकोटि असमपराभव वीर मुनि जन विहार मदन सुकुमार दैत्य संहार देव वीर मुनि जन विहार मदन सुकुमार दैत्य संहार देव मधुर मधुर रति सारस सारस व्रज युवती जन मानस पूजित मधुर मधुर रति सारस सारस व्रज युवती जन मानस पूजित सा तम गरि पगरि सदसा सरि ग पद स त प गरि पगरि सदसा स सरि रि ग ग प पद द स स त प प गरि रि पगरि सदसा सरि ग रि ग प ग प द स त प गरि पगरि सदसा तति तग जनुतां धित तग जनुतां स त प गरि पगरि सदसा तति तग जनुतां धित तग जनुतां तक तरि कुकुतण किट तक धीम 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 तक तरि कुकुतण किट तक स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मधुरापुरी सदना मृदुवदना मधुसूदना स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण
ಮುತ್ತುಗಾರೆ ಯೇಸೋಬೋದ ಮುಂಗಿಡ ಮುಜ್ಜಮು ವೀಡು ದಿದ್ದರಾನಿ ಮಹಿಮಾಲ ದೇವಕಿ ಸುತೋಡು ಮುತ್ತುಗಾರೆ ಯೇಸೋಬೋದ ಮುಂಗಿಡ ಮುಜ್ಜಮು ವೀಡು ದಿದ್ದರಾನಿ ಮಹಿಮಾಲ ದೇವಕಿ ಸುತೋಡು మహిమాల దేవకీ సుతుడు ముద్దుగారె యేసోబోద ముంగిడ ముజ్జము వీడు దిద్దరాని మహిమాల దేవకీ సుతుడు ముద్దుగారె యేసోబోద ముంగిడ ముజ్జము వీడు దిద్దరాని మహిమాల దేవకీ సుతుడు గొల్లె తల అరచేతి మాణిక్యము పంతమాడే కౌసుని పాలి వజ్రము అతనంత గొల్లె తల అరచేతి మాణిక్యము పంతమాడే కౌసుని పాలి వజ్రము అతనంత గొల్లె తల అరచేతి మాణిక్యము పంతమాడే కౌసుని పాలి వజ్రము కాంతుల మూడు లోకాల గరుడ పచ్చని పూస కాంతుల మూడు లోకాల గరుడ పచ్చని పూస చంతల మాలోనున్న చిన్ని కృష్ణుడు చంతల మాలోనున్న చిన్ని కృష్ణుడు చంతల మాలోనున్న చిన్ని కృష్ణుడు ముద్దుగారే ఏసోబోద ముంగిడ ముచ్చము విడు దిద్దరాని మహిమల దేవకి సుతుడు ముద్దుగారే ఏసోబోద ముంగిడ ముచ్చము విడు రతికెళ్ళి రుక్మిణికి రంగు మోవి పగడము మితి గోవర్ధనపు గోమేధికము 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 సతమై శంకు చక్రాల కందుల వైఢూ సతమై శంకు చక్రాల కందుల వైఢూర్యము గతి అయి మమ్ము కచే కమలక్షుడు గతి అయి మమ్ము కచే కమలక్షుడు గతి మమ్ము కాచే కమలక్షుడు ముద్దుగారే ఏసోబోద ముంగిడ ముచ్చము విడు దిద్దరాని మహిమల దేవకి సుతుడు పుష్యరగము ఏలేటి శ్రీ వెంకటాద్రి ఇంద్రనీలము కాళింగున్ తలలపైన గప్పిన 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 పుష్యరగము ఏలేటి శ్రీ వెంకటాద్రి ఇంద్రనీలము పాలజలనిధిలోన బాయని దివ్యరత్నము పాలజలనిధిలోన బాయని దివ్యరత్నము బాలుని వల తిరిగే పద్మనాభుడు బాలుని వల తిరిగే పద్మనాభుడు బాలుని వల తిరిగే పద్మనాభుడు ముద్దుగారే యశోద ముంగిడ ముత్యము వీడు దిద్దరాయి మహిమాల దేవకి సుతుడు ముద్దుగారే యశోద ముంగిడ ముత్యము వీడు దిద్దరాయి మహిమాల దేవకి సుతుడు ముద్దుగారే యశోద
ತಿಲ್ಲನ ತಿಲ್ಲನ ನದ್ರದಿ ದೀಂ
सकल nadridim 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 nadridim
Now to everyone, it was just announced that the Diwali Mela of the combined community of all of DFW, and it will showcase the individual communities, the individual organizations. They will be displaying their bhajans, their songs, their dances, and apart from that, we will be having a huge Ram Leela and the Bollywood artist who is coming. And it's an opportunity for everyone to savor the culture, particularly for the young generation. So nobody, no Indian, Nepali, nobody should miss this one function of the combined DFW community, the Diwali Mela. This is where we showcase our whole community to the entire Texas. In New Jersey, Diwali is a state holiday, also in New York. So let us all come together and Diwali will become a state holiday in Texas soon.
So we do have Diwali Mela tickets. They are also available outside, but today is an opportunity for all of us to join hands. We have so many friends and colleagues that we can invite. So if you would pick up a bundle of 100 tickets, you can come and receive that from Swamiji. It will be a seva and blessing both to yourself. So please come forward. Some of you already reached out to me while the cultural program was going on. So request Hitesh Bhai. He's a volunteer, entire family is a volunteer of Radha Krishna temple. Tejinder ji and Piyush ji. Thank you. Then Bhavna ji and Ajay ji are also picking up one Vrinda Das and family, Pramukh Yajman Mindu Tarananda and family, Yajman for this 5-day Mahotsav, Gauri and Priti Radhakonda and family, Mahaprasad sponsors for today, Pediatric Associates of Frisco, Monica Singh, Ankur and Arjun. Arjun's birthday! Many, many happy returns of the day. Sachin Sharma and family. Also they signed up for monthly Mahaprasad and fruits and flowers seva. Our deepest gratitude to Sachin Sharma and family for that. Shyama and Sridevi, 30th wedding anniversary. Congratulations. Fruits and flower sponsors Nirav and Ragini Patel, Sachin Sharma and family, Ankush Shetty, Tian Garg, Ki Wong, Nilay Sheth. Let's give a big round of applause to all the families who have come forward to celebrate Janmashtami and support the Mahotsav. We are going to remain, all 3 artis will be done facing Radha Krishna. So people who are the Yajmans, we will all
लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुणम कंदर्प अगणित अमित छवि नवनील नीरद सुंदरम पट पीत मानहु तड़ित रुचि शुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम वजुदीन बंधु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदनम रघुनंद आनंद कंद कौशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु दार अंग विभूषणम आजानुभुज शर चाप धर संग्राम जित खर दूषणम इति वदति तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनि मनरंजनम मम हृदय कंज निवास कुरु कामादि खलदल गंजनम श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भजमन हरण भव भय दारुणम नभ कंज लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुणम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम
श्री राम। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नटवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नटवारी की। दून सिर कनक मुकुट झलके, दून श्रुति कुंडल भल हलके, दून दृग प्रेम सुधा छलके। चसीले बैन रसीले नैन, रसीले सैन दून में नन मन हारी की के बनवारी नटवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नटवारी की। दूनी दृग चितवनी परवारी, दूनी लट लट कनी छवि न्यारी, दूनी भौमट कनी अति प्यारी। रसन मुख पान हसन मुस्कान, सन दम कान दून बेसर छवि न्यारी के बनवारी नटवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नटवारी की। एक उर पीतांबर फहरे, एक उर नीलांबर लहरे, दून उर लर मोतिन चेहरे। कान कनन खनक किन किनिन झनक, नूपुरन भनक, दून रुन झुन धुनि प्यारी की के बनवारी नटवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नटवारी की। एक सिर मोर मुकुट राजे, एक सिर चूनरी छवि छाजे, दून सिर तिरछे भल ब्राजे। सांग ब्रज बाल लाडली लाल, बाहगल डाल कृपालु दून दृग चारी की के बनवारी नटवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नटवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नटवारी की। जयति जगद गुरु गुरुवर की, गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। गुरु पद नखमणि चंद्रिका प्रकाश, जाके उर बसे ताके मोहतम नाश। जाके मात नाथ तब हाथ करे वास, ताते हुए माया मोह सब ही निराश। पावे गति मति रति राधा वर की, गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। हरे मन मूड छोड़ नारी नर हाथ, गुरु बिनु ब्रह्म श्याम हो न देंगे साथ। कोमल कृपालु बड़े कृपा सिंधु नाथ, पाके इन्हें आज तू अनाथ हो सनाथ। इन्हीं के श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धाम, बांट रहे प्रेम निष्काम बिनु दाम, हो रही सफल काया नारी नर की, गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की, गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। लली लाल लीला सलोना सुविलास, छाया दिव्य दृष्टि बिच प्रेम का प्रकाश, वैसा ही विनोद वही मंजू मृदुहास, करे बस बर बस उच्च अट्टहास, झूमी चले चाल वही नटवर की, गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की, गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। जयति जगद गुरु गुरुवर की, गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की, गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की।
श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की
जय,
सियावर रामचंद्र की
जय,
जगत गुरु श्री कृपालु जी महाराज की
जय,
श्री उमापति महादेव की
जय,
दुर्गा माता की
जय,
गजानन गणपति भगवान की
जय,
पवन सुत हनुमान की
जय,
राधा कृष्ण मंदिर की
जय,
श्री कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी महोत्सव की
जय,
DFW दिवाली मेला की
जय,
DFW दिवाली मेला की
जय,
सियावर रामचंद्र की
जय।
ओम नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव।
सभी लोग यहाँ बारी बारी से आएंगे। पूज्य पहले स्वामी जी यहाँ से प्रस्थान करें, उसके बाद लाइन से सब लोग आएँ। भगवान का यहाँ झूला है, बाल कृष्ण का झूला सकते हैं, और वहाँ अजय भैया पंजरी प्रसाद जो है स्पेशल चढ़ता है वो आपको प्रदान करेंगे, और महाप्रसाद की व्यवस्था नीचे रखी गई है। सभी लोग प्रसाद ग्रहण करें। विशेष 19 को यहाँ गणेश उत्सव, गणेश स्थापना की जाएगी। सामूहिक रूप में भगवान गणेश जी का पूजन होगा। जो अपने अपने घर से गणेश जी की पूजा, गणेश जी के जन्म दिन के उपलक्ष्य में पूजा करना चाहें तो यहाँ हम लोग व्यवस्था करेंगे। इवनिंग में पूजा होगी सायंकाल 6 बजे के आसपास।